What's going on, everybody, in NBZ land? My name is Kwandaoren66, also known as Elo, and I will be doing a guest narration. If you remember that he did a battle against me a couple weeks back. This is the style he was trying to emulate, and I figure, if he's going to do a guest narration on my channel, I will gladly do one on his. So, yeah, expect to see him on my channel sometime soon if you're already subscribed to me. And if not, then you will see me here, so I hope you guys enjoy this match that I have for you today. I will, quit rambling and whatnot. I was fortunate enough to get an Ubers match from him, which is very interesting. I don't really see them too often. I don't do Ubers that often. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. I've watched it through about 3 or 4 times. I think I got the general gist of what's going on here. So, we'll go ahead and play back right now. Okay, so can't really see too much on the thumbnail, but you can see that his opponent is using 2 non-Ubers, which is like, alright, something's worked, something's don't. You can go with that. Vegas is lagging like a bitch, but, yeah. NBC's going to lead with a Groudon, and his opponent's going to lead off with a Deoxys defense form. I believe they both take the first turn to go ahead and set up their rocks. NBC having a Ho-Oh is going to get, the shit end of the deal here. His opponent's going to benefit more from his own rocks being set up. So what he decides to do is he wants to bring it in now, know that he can get Roost health up against it, and the sun is up as well, so he is free, to force a switch unless the opponent wants to take a Sacred Fire or anything and sort of be threatened by that. But the fairly obvious move that he's going to go for is more than likely going to end up being Rest. Opponent goes for the Draco Meteor, misses, very unfortunately, as you're going to see in a little bit. That miss really does matter. But it's good for him because he's able to get his health back up to full-ish, and you're going to see that the Draco Meteor does over half, as a matter of fact. So if the rocks weren't present, then, no, wait, what am I trying to say here? If the first one hit, he would have been dead, is what I'm trying to say. So, it thankfully doesn't take him out, and he's at -2 now, so he's going to be doing even less from that point on. I don't know what item that Palkia is holding, but now that NBC's at full health, he's not going to go for a fire attack on something that quad resists. He's going to go for his other stab, which happens to be Brave Bird, and actually one-shot this Kyogre, which I found very impressive. I'm not sure if that was because of Rock's help, or, I'm thinking it was, Rock's always helps, but what I'm trying to say is I don't know if it was going to be a one-shot from full health or whatever. I don't think it would have been, but that's still really cool to see. So, in comes Deoxys again. I don't, okay, so he goes for the, don't tell me he went for the Roost, and he snatched it. I've seen Snatch used like twice in my life, and you just got snatched. But he's going to go for it again, I assume, because it doesn't make much sense to snatch a move from full health and, just repeat that process. But yeah, he gets his health back up to full, which is nice. Ho-Oh is actually looking good despite being the rocks being up. So T-Bolt does like nothing thanks to that fantastic Spec D. So what he wants to do is he's going to go out to Groudon, either predicting that or wanting to get the sun up. It's a very good multi-purpose switch there, I would say. And yeah, Groudon's looking good. Gonna switch out again, go to something. I guess his main reason there was he wanted to get the sun up, so the 2 fire types he has on his team that I've seen at least can take advantage. The second one being his Reshiram? I'm gonna pronounce it Reshiram, whatever. Okay, so in comes Palkia again, who quad resists the fire moves. Very good poke for the opponent to have on his team. And we still don't know what item this Palkia has, so he's gonna go ahead and switch out, go to his Deoxys defense form. He has one as well, and he's going to take whatever move it wants to throw at him. And he goes for the Spatial Run and misses, which is very unfortunate. But it lets NBC get up the light screen. I'm assuming he's got both screens. I could be mistaken. But the opponent's going to go for a U-turn. Not sure what kind of Scizor this is. Could be Banded. I don't know what kind of defensive investment he's running in that Deoxys. But that does a lot. So I also see U-turn a lot on banded ones, so yeah. Anyway, he takes the opportunity to set up the Reflect on the switch, I guess probably expecting a Bullet Punch or anything of the sort, and just decides to leave it in his fodder. There's not much you can do about it with 6 health, especially when the Palkia's going to outspeed. Maybe he went for a Recover if he had it. I'm not 100% on that. But now that both screens are up and the opponent went for Draco Meteor for some reason, being at -2, against a Dialga, that's not too good. So in comes Natore. And the only Dialga I've seen NBC use is a, I cannot for the life of me remember which one he used. I think it was this one anyways. But this turns out to be a special one. The ones I've heard of, I don't play too much Ubers, but the ones I've seen are physical, bulk up and all that. But yeah, and the sun with the flamethrower and all that, and having, you know, a good special attack from what I can remember off the top of my head, that thing's just gonna get wrecked. And the Tori, you know, screw Ockerberry, screw everything. And in return, his opponent says, screw you, Reflect, I get a crit. Which, you know, definitely mattered, because, I mean, it's banded, and I'm not sure how much that superpower would have done otherwise, but a crit definitely sucks, especially because the damage would have been halved. So, yeah, not sure how much that mattered. I'm thinking that it did to some extent. But in comes Zekrom to take advantage of the lower defense, because Zekrom does happen to be physical after all. And the opponent's going to switch out to his Deoxys D yet again. And Zekrom's going to go for the Fusion Bolt. I love the animation of that move. I'm so glad that Victini got it, so we get to see that more often. But that's looking to be a solid 2-hit KO from there, from that range at least. So he's going to go for it again. I guess leave his Deoxys in his fodder, because nothing else on his team really wants to take a Fusion Bolt. I would look at it, but I wouldn't want to take it. So, what do we got next? Light screen wears off, which still shows you that the screens are still up. The Reflect is still up at this point, which is going to be very nice for taking the hit from this this Scizor. It does like nothing. That does like 40, I think. I wasn't watching because, yeah, Vegas went a little too fast. But Fusion Bolt one-shots it, which is great. You know, Scizor's out of the picture, and Zekrom is just looking great with the little glowy shit. So he's got both of the glowing legendaries, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Zekrom's base speed happens to be either, right off the top of my head as well. The Palkia outspeeds, goes for the Draco Meteor. Not sure if that was intentional, leaving it in at that point, because... Or maybe it could have been a speed tie? I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a lot of Uber's base speeds in my head, and I'm not about to go look them up in the middle of the match, so... anyway, in comes, what fucking... Groudon. I think on the lower defense, special attack from the, Draco Meteor. So, NBZ's gonna go for T-Wave, and I'm assuming he has Dragon Claw, and that's how he's gonna end up handling it, you know, with the abundance of dragons that are in, Ubers, and what with, Groudon being a very great, physically defensive wall. Doesn't really do much for the special D on this side, but that thing has -2, so he can take another hit if he really wants to. It's not that big a deal. And, I think this is his opponent's, last one, which also happens to be Zekrom. That thing just looks so cool. I can't handle it. But, gonna go for the Outrage because, stab and physical and whatnot does, like, nothing. Wow, that is impressive. Anyways, NBZ's gonna go for the T-Wave, get that thing paralyzed, so hopefully, if Groudon can't finish things up, he does still have Ho-Oh left, and, hopefully, you know, a Fire move in the Sun will be able to take it down, but it looks like Groudon's got it with the Earthquake and everything. So, we'll go from there. Somehow, with the defensive investment, I don't see it one-shotting. And it doesn't, but his opponent does get the full para, and he confuses himself from the Outrage because he only got a 2-turner, only got para'd. So, Para Fusion just essentially happened right there in one go. And I believe he's going to just finish this off with the Dragon Claw. So that was a good game to both of you. It was very fun to watch, to narrate, and all that stuff. And yeah, that'll be it. So I'm assuming both links will be in the description. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but his opponent was someone by the name of SBM. So if that's an abbreviation, you know who it is, I'll leave it in the description, all that. My link will more than likely be in the description as well. So if you enjoyed narrations like these, I do these 3 days a week on my own channel. You're welcome to come check that out if you'd really like to. And that will do it for today on this channel. So I'll see you guys maybe later. I don't know. Okay, bye.